Okay. Go back to that sister-in-law. I'm going to take a bath now, and then I have to speak to my sister. You have to go. Bye. Shoo-shoo. Go away. Little doggy, go on. Finish with you.
It sounds kind of ridiculous. If I was, I guess, witty enough, I would have said, well, you talk to my brother. Why don't I talk to your sister while you're taking your bath? We don't have a relationship with your sister. Why is it you have a relationship with all of our family members?
Right. Yeah.
So
go back there and see yourself doing that.
Okay.
Go back there. See that scene again. She's going, shoo, shoo, go away. Need to go take a bath and speak to my sister.
I'm kind of I'm seeing her sister calling her. Mm-hmm. Because she got the timing off. I actually tried to leave several times. She didn't want me to go for some reason. She just didn't want me to go. And
well, she wants you to go when she wants you to go, not when you want to go. Come on. She has to be in control, not you. But take that control back. Go ahead, take that control back. Why don't you say, oh, I'll answer that phone. You can go take your bubble bath.
In a chair with my feet up.
Yeah.
Talking to her sister while she's taking a bubble bath.
Yeah. You see yourself doing that?
Why not?
Exactly. Why not?
I'm her husband's sister. Why don't I? I've never met her.
Yeah.
She and her mother live in another state. My brother, I think he met his mother-in-law after they were married like 20 years. Seriously. I'm not sure he's ever met his sister-in-law. I think he met his mother-in-law.
I'm good friends with my sister-in-law's sister.
Yeah. I love my ex-sister-in-law because she's the mother of my nieces. Why would I hate her?
Okay, so go back and see it. Change that whole scene.
Oh, that's so funny. I don't even know her name. I'll just have to make up a...
That's okay. Just make it up.
Hey, I don't know, Bertha. Susie. I don't even know her name. Anyway. Yeah, I'm seeing myself answering the phone because I know it's her. Mm-hmm. And I've talked to her a dozen times. I know her really well. So I'm chatting with her, going, what's going on with kids? I don't even know if she has kids. But I didn't know she's married. I don't even know her name.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm just going to make it all up. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So she's got a husband and 2 kids and 2 grandchildren. And I'm just asking her how the family's doing.
What's your sister-in-law doing at this point?
She's laughing and so I don't want to miss my bath. So she's going to go get in her little jacuzzi and then I'm taking the phone to her in the jacuzzi and I'm leaving.
Okay.
Then they can have their time.
Good. Because that's the way normal people are.
Yeah, probably.
When I was in college, I had a friend who was never there. And she had all these friends used to call her. And I would be the one answering the phone. And I don't know who any of them were. But I used to talk to them for hours.
Really?
Yeah, we became good friends. I knew I knew everything about them. They knew everything about me. Actually, one of them was a guy. And I actually started going out with him at some point.
Well, it's different. I used to, not at this house, but I'm sure why. It's probably upstairs. But I go to the other house in the living room. On display was pictures of her and the other 2 sister-in-laws. Mm-hmm. But never me. I wasn't anywhere.
How about adding it in there?
Okay. Hold on a second.
Can you do that?
Well, the brother, my mother died in 73, and the older brother she put up for adoption, found us in 83. Mm-hmm. And then, my dad had divorced his first wife and married my mom, mm-hmm. had 3 more kids. Then she found out she was pregnant. they put that one out for adoption. So he found us about 8 years ago. So he just got married. I've actually met his wife, who's really nice. But yeah, and if she could, she would have a relationship with this other sister-in-law. She may have. I just don't know about it. But anyway, yeah, it's always really uncomfortable because everybody is really guarded. Here's ways that the one sister-in-law wouldn't talk to me because she thought that I would tell the other sister-in-law about her personal life. And that sister-in-law wouldn't talk to me because she thought that I would tell her about her personal life. And so nobody talks to me.
Okay, feel that. Nobody talks to me.
About anything.
Nobody talks about anything.
Like it's issues. It doesn't make sense.
Feel it. Feel it.
Just
nobody talks to me. Nobody talks to me. Nobody wants to talk to me yet because I might tell everybody everything. I'm the one who's the secret teller.
I guess. I mean,
feel that feeling. You're the secret teller.
My niece had a preemie.
Mm-hmm.
That almost died. I didn't know for 6 months whether the baby
lived or died.
Nobody told me. You know how I found out the baby was alive? I went on Facebook and there was a picture of the baby shower with my ex-sister-in-law, my brother, his new wife, my 2 nieces, and my daughter. My daughter drove 4.5 hours to go to this baby shower. Not one single person thought to invite me.
Feel that.
And nobody would even tell me how the baby was doing.
Feel that feeling. And start tapping. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Time to let it go.
Time to let it go.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to love myself.
It's time to love myself.
Time to accept myself.
Time to accept myself.
Time to forgive myself.
Time to forgive myself.
And time to put myself first.
Time to put myself first.
Because when I do that, other people can love.
Other people can love.
Accept.
Forgive.
And put me first. And I can do the same for them.
I can do the same for them.
I let it all go today.
Let it all go today.
I let it all go now.
Let it all go now.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
I love myself.
I love myself.
And I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I don't say a word. Don't think about anything. Just feel how it feels when you tap. Are your fingers soft? Are your fingers hard? Are they cold? Are they warm? Are you banking yourself? Or are you just tapping very lightly?
I'm giving myself a headache.
And then grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Go back to Colorado. Feel that closeness to God. God is always putting you first. You're just not willing to receive it. But now you are. Now you're opening up your arms and allowing it in. And feel it come all inside of you. From the sun, from the water, from the ground. All around you, the love of God. Feel it go inside and fill you up. And say peace.
Peace.
Okay. No one tells you anything. You're always the last person to know. You find out 6 months later. How's it feel? What's changed?
I'm feeling there's a reason. I have asked sister-in-laws. I've asked my brother. I've asked everybody. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so that I can change it. Nobody can tell me.
You know what you're doing wrong?
What?
You put everyone else first before you put yourself. And that's what everyone else treats you to. Put yourself first.
I remember calling my sister-in-law and saying, tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can see my brother. And she would just yell at me and hang up on me. Then I'd ask the other sister-in-law, tell me what I'm doing wrong so that I can see my brother. And she'd say, well, you know, she's just insecure and you've got to do something, or he's got to do something. It's like it was something beyond my control.
Yeah, you know? It might have been beyond, it wasn't that it was beyond your control, but when you put yourself last, when you don't think that you're important, no one will think that you're important. And you didn't think you were important because way back when you were a little itty bitty baby, they didn't want you. And when you were a girl growing up, your mom didn't make you feel special like moms are supposed to do. Okay, so let's go back over there. Feel that feeling, nobody wanted me.
I've just always felt desperate. Desperate for family, desperate for friends, desperate for boyfriends. I've always felt desperate.
Feel that desperate feeling. Know how you feel it, how strong you feel it. Step into it and start tapping. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
They had Spanish omelets for breakfast again.
They had Spanish omelets for breakfast again.
Let it all go.
Let it all go.
I heal myself.
I tell myself.
I choose to heal myself now.
I choose to heal myself now.
It's time to heal myself now.
It's time to heal myself now.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life.
And I choose to make it an exciting life.
I choose to make it an exciting life.
Full of love.
Full of love.
Full of joy.
Full of joy.
Full of happiness.
Full of happiness.
With friends.
With friends.
And family.
And family.
I am safe.
I am safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. See yourself in that SUV. Going touring with your friend, whoever that might be.
My partner.
Your partner. Touring around the country, seeing all those beautiful things. When you're ready, say peace. Okay, how's that desperate feeling?
I feel calmer.
Good. Anything left with the desperate feeling?
It feels like it's okay. It's okay that I don't have relationships with my sister-in-laws or my brother or anybody. It just doesn't seem to matter. I mean, I could say, you know, in the past, it's like, you know, I'm not going to family functions anymore. I'm staying away from anybody. It's kind of like, screw you. Right. But now I'm feeling it's okay. If I see him, it's okay. If I don't see him, it's okay.
Yep.
And I don't feel bitter, and I don't feel anxious.
And it's their loss. 100% their loss.
Well, yeah. I mean, my brothers missed growing up with their sister. They've been out of my life since I was 24.
Yeah.
They've missed having a sister, somebody that loved them unconditionally, and that makes me sad. Makes me sad for them.
Feel the sadness. Okay? And start tapping. This sadness.
Sadness.
Whatever it means.
Whatever it means.
Whatever it represents.
Whatever it represents.
Whoever gave it to me.
Whoever gave it to me.
Wherever it came from.
Wherever it came from.
I let it go.
I let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's their journey.
It's their journey.
Not mine.
Not mine.
I choose to be free of this.
I need to be free of this.
I choose to be free of this.
I choose to be free of this.
I choose to live my life of joy.
I choose to live my life of joy.
And happiness.
And happiness.
And maybe when they see that.
Maybe when they see that.
They'll want to join.
They'll want to join.
I'm safe.
I am safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Go to Colorado. Feel that oneness with God. And then go into that trailer with your partner, seeing the countryside.
On the road again. Can't wait to be on the road.
And then see your brothers calling you up and saying, I wish I were with you. You look like you're having such a good time.
Yeah.
And say peace.
Peace.
See what happens is that the more you tell them, what am I doing wrong, the more they're going to say you're doing something wrong. Because they can put all the blame on you now. You're allowing them to. It's a codependency.
Well, I didn't just give them permission. I asked them to tell me what I was doing.
I understand, but by the fact that you're asking to tell them what you're doing wrong, it's as if you're saying, go ahead and continue bashing me.
Yeah. I actually haven't asked that in probably 10 years at least.
Mm-hmm. And you see, now your sister-in-law is changing a little bit, isn't she?
That is, yeah. She changed after my dad died, and there's no competition for him. Right. You know, he was my father. She was trying to make him be her father.
Right.
And so she was wanting me out of the way. Then when he's gone, she doesn't need to do that anymore. You know?
But it's not just that. If you don't ask them, what am I doing wrong, you're taking away some of their power.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? The same thing goes with bullies. It's like when bullies try bullying someone and the kid starts crying, it gives the bully all the more ammunition. They're getting something out of it now.
Right.
If the kid instead would just sit there and say, just walk away and say, go blow, I don't care what you say. They're not going to get anything out of it. They're going to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, they have to be getting something out of it. And you were giving them exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, I kept thinking there was going to be, I didn't have clarity about it. I didn't know for years that when I was with my brother and he complained about his wife and I said, that he heard me agreeing with her and he go tell her I said it. And so she get mad.
But you know something? All of that is totally irrelevant because you could have said anything you wanted. You could have said Jack Robinson and it would have still gone back to her. But you were allowing it, not consciously, unconsciously, because that's what you had your whole life. Everything was always your fault, your whole life.
Well, and he wanted somebody to agree with him. And so he wanted me to agree with him. And so he would tell her some terrible thing I said about her. And then he'd get back with me and tell her some terrible thing that she said about me. And,
But you could have said anything under the sun. It wouldn't have made a difference. The same thing would have happened. You were allowing it to happen. It's interesting. It's like when you see someone who's like, happy within themselves, just doing their own thing, not caring what other people think, no one's picking on them. And even if they try to pick on them, they don't get anywhere. The person feels too good about themselves.
That makes sense. And they're busy.
And they're busy. Exactly. And they're busy.
They're too busy to mess with it or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I get it.
But you were sitting there and basically said, bring it on me. Come on. I deserve it. Bring it on me. This is my life.
Yeah, I think that I had thought that if my brothers were in my life. I was going to kind of take my mom's place. You know, mom died and I'm the girl, the matriarch, and I'm going to love them unconditionally. And in return, they're going to love me unconditionally. Well, it didn't happen. They didn't want that from me.
They might have not loved their mother unconditionally either.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. For some reason, I thought they needed that from me because I needed that from them. Because when my mother died, I was pregnant with somebody who was, you know, physically abusing me and cheating on me.
Right.
You know, and I needed family. I needed my dad, and I needed, you know, I needed my family. Didn't have it. Right. So I guess I thought since I needed them so much, that they needed me.
Right.
And, you know,
well, they did need you. They needed you to put you down. They needed you to put all the blame on you. They needed you to use you. Okay. And because you needed them, you allowed them to do it.
Yeah. I was very, very desperate. You know, I would cry and cry and cry. I'd beg my younger brother, let me be part of his life. And, you know.
How's that desperate feeling now?
I'm feeling angry. Okay. Which is interesting. Instead of being sad for my brothers, instead of feeling sorry for my brothers that they didn't have me in their life, I'm angry that they were cruel to me.
Feel that feeling. Feel that anger.
Yeah, and they cruel and push me away, and they push me away.
Feel the anger.
Okay.
Go ahead. Know how you feel it, how strong you feel it, where you feel it. Step into it. Start tapping. All this anger.
All this anger.
However I feel it.
However I feel it.
However I know it.
However I know it.
Whatever it means.
Whatever it means.
Whatever it presents.
Whatever it represents.
I let it go.
I let it go.
Safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's time to stop punishing myself.
It's time to stop punishing myself.
For someone else's stupidity.
For someone else's stupidity.
It doesn't hurt them.
It doesn't hurt them.
It only hurts me.
It only hurts me.
So I choose to set myself free.
So I choose to set myself free.
I forgive them.
I forgive them.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I let it all go.
I let it all go.
I change it to self-love.
Change it to self-love.
Self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance.
And self-forgiveness.
Self-forgiveness.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
I am perfect.
I am perfect.
With all my imperfections.
With all my imperfections.
I'm safe.
I am safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Go to that safe place up in Colorado. And then from there, see your partner join you on that rock, because that's where you're traveling. You want to share it with him. That special place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the two of you and God and nature.
In our cool RV.
Yeah. Don't forget me. I'm coming to visit too. And say peace.
Okay, if you were there in the RV, it'd have to be a bigger RV, and you'd have to have your companion. We'll double date.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I have no problem.
You can be there. You have to have a date. And it's big. It's like 2-bedroom, and it's nice.
Cool. Okay, good.
Yeah. You know what? I feel a lot calmer. What I'm realizing is that when my mother died, my father went to St. Louis. I live in Kansas City. He went to St. Louis and picked up my half-sister from his first marriage. No, he didn't go. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My brother and my husband went.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found out last week from my sister-in-law, because people like to tell me stuff that I wouldn't tell them, that was the first time that my husband had sex with my sister, was the weekend they went and picked her. He just met her. And my sister is having sex with my husband, that's just kind of the way she is, but she did it to hurt me, you know, because my dad abandoned her, married my mom, and I was the byproduct of it. So she was going to get me, which she, you know, tried to do for years. But anyway, you know, I always wanted a sister. That was my sister who's cheating
with your husband. Yeah.
With my husband. But I still always wanted a sister. So I wanted my sister-in-laws to be my sister. I wanted this sister-in-law to be my sister. And at this point, it's interesting because it's been 5 years since my father passed away. I haven't been to their house for 2 years. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen him for 2 years. But when I found out she had cancer, I wanted to be there for her. And when I went there, you know, when I left, I hugged her and kissed her on the cheek. And I want to be there for her. I want to tell her how much I love her. She has a sister. She probably has, seriously, a dozen girlfriends that she's really close to. But it feels like the right thing to do. It feels like I am her brother's wife. I mean, her husband's sister. Her husband's sister. This is what
family does.
This is what you would do. You know, I may be the person there holding her hand when she takes her last breath, or comforting my brother, you know, when she's not thinking straight or whatever. You know, she may get mad, throw me out, which, you know, she's done before. And if she does, then it's on her. But I'm doing what I feel like that I should be doing. And so, you know, I sent her a card the other day, you know, email card, and I keep telling her how much I love her, and I do love her. I do love her. She's a good person. What she's doing because of her background.
For insecurities, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's more and more clear sitting there listening to her. It's becoming more clear, you know, that she's this little girl who's desperately trying to hold on to her husband and she's created her new family.
Right.
She said, you know, Dad was my dad. Not your dad.
But in her family, she probably had the same thing, where people were possessive. They felt that if there's, you know, the thing about love is that the more love you have, the more love you have to give. It's not that there's an end to the love. And in her family, there was an end to the love. People didn't know how to create more love from the love that they had.
Well, the only thing I know about her was her father was an alcoholic and my brother said that her mother tried to get her to run over him with a car while he was passed out in the middle of the street.
Wow. And
he died, alcohol-related death. So she grew up with this alcoholic father. So she didn't grow up with my father, who was this horrible person. And so she just fell in love with my dad. And she said, that's my dad, go away. Get away from my dad. You know, she was there the night he died and took care of him when he was dying. You know, that was her dad in her mind.
Right.
That was her dad, not my dad. And that's the reason. And you know what? It's just, that's just it. It doesn't matter. That's just what it was. And for whatever, I understand the reason that she did it. And you know what? It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. It just makes it what it was.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's gone. You know, she adored him. I didn't. You know, she misses him. I didn't. I didn't cry when he died. You know, so it's okay. She needed that, and she did what she had to do
to survive,
to make my family her family, to make my sister-in-law her sister-in-laws. But
it's what she did. She had to do in order for her to survive.
Yeah, yeah. She made my brother her brother-in-law. That was her brother.
Because that's what she had inside of her. She didn't have anything else to give you.
Yeah. And so it wasn't that I was doing anything wrong. I just had to be out of the way. Just like when my father got married right after my mom, you know, that woman didn't want me around.
Right.
You're not welcome in my home.
Yeah.
And she didn't tell my dad she said that, you know.
Right.
So I would come over and stand at the door. I didn't even feel welcome to sit down. That wasn't my mom's house anymore.
Right.
When my mom died and 4 months later, I can't go through the kitchen cabinets and look for cookies. You know, it's
Right.
somebody up in a woman's house.
Right.
So, you know, that's my life. It just, you know, it was a big loss. And my mom left a big hole in all of us. And it's just what it was.
Feel that hole
You know?
your mom left.
Yeah, I can.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how you feel it, how strong you feel it, where you feel it. And start tapping this big, enormous hole.
This big, humongous hole.
She left a big, enormous hole.
She left a big, humongous hole.
I let it go.
I let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to fill it with love.
Time to fill it with love.
With happiness.
With happiness.
With joy.
With joy.
With good times.
With good times.
It's safe to fill it like that.
It's safe to feel it like that.
It's what it's supposed to be.
It's what it's supposed to be.
She's supposed to be in my heart.
She's supposed to be in my heart.
Loving me.
Loving me.
And accepting me.
Accepting me.
And forgiving me.
And forgiving me.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way I am.
And I choose to do that for myself.
And I choose to do that for myself.
I choose to put myself first.
I choose to put myself first.
And when I put myself first,
when I put myself first,
I also put everyone else first.
I put everyone else first.
Because I'm able to.
Because I'm able to.
Because I feel full.
Because I feel full.
And I have what to give.
And I have what?
And I have what to give.
I have up to give.
I'm safe filling myself up.
I'm safe filling myself up.
To the very brim.
To the very brim.
And then some more.
And some more.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace. One of the things that was healing for me was that the lady that my dad was married to for the 27 years had a daughter that was close to my age. Their relationship, she and her mother's relationship, was so rocky that she couldn't handle having me there. Mm-hmm. And so I was trying to find a mom. So I couldn't get close to my stepmother, couldn't even be friends with her because this stepsister was awful. After that mother died, my dad immediately, 2 months later, met somebody else, and from that day on was with her for 7 years. I ran into that stepsister, and she said to me, now I know what it was like for you.
Wow.
Because when my mother died, my dad abandoned us, got a new family. When her mother died, my dad abandoned her and her sister and got a new family.
Right.
And that was very healing for us because she didn't resent me anymore. She knew what had happened to me. It was almost like without saying it, she was saying, I'm sorry for what you had to go through and you lost your family because now I know how it feels because I lost my family.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah. So that was good. I'm feeling emotional about that. That was good. That was 27 years of, of dealing with her and to have that feeling.
Right.
If I saw her now, she would be my friend. I personally don't like her as a person, but, I don't hate her anymore. I don't feel those nasty feelings towards her,
Good. You should never go through life feeling nasty feelings about somebody.
Yeah, but it was, she was pretty mean to me,
All those things get stored in the body.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm remembering that now. That has been. I'm trying to think. My dad's been gone for 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe. That she said that to me, and when I think about her, I don't have bad feelings about her. She's just a person who was desperately trying to be healed from the physical abuse from her mom.
Right.
You know, and she's not a nice person. She's not. But that doesn't mean that she's a bad person. That makes sense. She's not an evil person.
Yeah. Well, she has what she has inside of her, and that's what she can give out. She can't give out anything else. So she has her own healing to do.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's not up to me. I don't want to be a friend, but if I saw her, I'd give her a hug.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is something different than where we were for 27 years.
Right.
You know? So I hadn't realized how much I had forgiven her. That's good to know. You know?
But if you think about your sister-in-law, she's probably in that same place that this stepsister was.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking if she's that close to her sister, why isn't she going to Georgia to visit her? Why isn't her sister coming to Kansas City to visit her? Why is it, you know, I mean, she and my brother have been together, I think, 31 years now. Like I said, I don't think my brother's met her.
Yeah.
So there's something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, hiding from or protecting or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's kind of like she's seen all the dysfunction in my family and her husband's family. She doesn't want her husband to see the dysfunction in hers, so she's hiding it.
Yeah.
And that's what my younger brother has done. He would like for us to think that his marriage and everything in his life is wonderful. We know better, but we still love him anyway. You know,
right?
Somehow, it's you know, it's sad that people are like that, but it's their choice.
That's right. It is their choice until they decide to change it. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can make sure that you're happy and make sure that you're living the life that you want to lead and not trying to lead the life that they want you to lead.
Yeah, I don't feel desperate to, you know, have that relationship with my younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's different than a week ago. So I do feel different. It's okay. It's okay to not have that relationship with him.
And you might.
At this point, I've seen him so little in the last 42 years. You know, the last couple times I've been around him, he's really a stranger. And I don't know him. Right. You know, he's more an acquaintance, I guess. So anyway,
and is that okay right now?
It's sad. It's sad that the relationship could be more than what it is. It could be, you know, brother and sister.
Feel the sadness, okay? Because as long as you're holding something in there, there's no chance of it getting otherwise. Once you let go of it all and surrender it, then you never know, you know, the sky's the limit. You never know what might happen. Okay, so feel that sadness.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but sadness feels different than the desperation.
Good.
The sadness is more of a longing or a sadness of not what we could have had, but what we lost when my mom died.
Okay, but as long as you're feeling the lack, what are you going to get?
But I mean, I'm not desperate like, oh my gosh, I got to write him a letter,
so
which I've done.
We've shifted it, but let's try shifting it some more, okay?
Yeah.
So feel the lack.
Different. Okay.
Feel that lack, okay? You know how you feel it, how strong you feel it, and start tapping. I let it go.
I let it go.
Safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
He can't give me.
He can't give me.
What he doesn't have inside of him.
What he doesn't have inside of him.
And I can't give him.
And I can't give him.
What I don't have inside of me.
What I don't have inside of me.
I choose to fill myself with love.
Choose to fill myself with love.
I choose to fill that empty hole inside of me.
Choose to fill that empty hole inside of me.
With love.
With love.
With happiness.
With happiness.
With joy.
With joy.
with good feelings, with good times. And now just tap. Don't think about anything else besides how you're tapping. Feel how it feels when your fingers touch your skin. Are they cold?
Yeah, what's coming up is my sadness that I couldn't protect my brothers from my father.
Okay, feel that sadness. It's all my fault again.
Yeah, I made that my mission in life, you know, to take my mom's place to protect them from my dad.
It's all my fault. I couldn't protect them. I let it go.
Let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It was their journey already.
It's what?
Their journey.
It was their journey.
Not mine.
Not mine.
Was it my job to protect them?
Was it my job to protect them?
It was my job to protect myself.
It's my job to protect myself.
And as I protect myself, I'll be able
as I protect myself,
I'll have what to give to them too.
I would love to give to them too.
So I choose to put myself first now.
Choose to put myself first now.
Choose to fill myself with love.
Choose to fill myself with love.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Little Jack Horner sat in a corner.
Little Jack Horner sat in the corner.
Eating his Christmas plum pie.
Eating his Christmas plum pie.
He stuck in his thumb.
He stuck in his thumb.
And pulled out a plum.
And pulled out a plum.
And said, "What a good boy am I."
And said, "What a good boy am I."
He had that unconditional love for himself.
He had that unconditional love for himself.
He was sitting in the corner.
He was sitting in the corner.
Probably punished for some mischief deed that he did.
Probably punished for some mischief he did.
And yet he was able to stick in his thumb.
And yet he was able to stick in his thumb.
Pull out a plum.
Pull out a plum.
And say, "What a good boy am I."
And say, "What a good girl am I."
What a good boy am I. I choose the unconditional love.
I choose unconditional love.
I choose to love myself unconditionally.
I choose to love myself unconditionally.
And when I do that, I can love others unconditionally.
I can love others unconditionally.
And they can love me unconditionally.
And they can love me unconditionally.
We are all safe.
Oh, we're all safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. To that RV, VR, what's it called?
RV.
RV, yes, RV, yes, okay. With your partner, and me and my partner.
A good-looking partner.
Absolutely, the best.
And,
the best.
Yeah.
And then go to Colorado and share that moment together.
Yeah, be good.
And say peace.
Peace.
Okay. Go back. See what's changed.
Well, it's not my job.
No, it's not.
What hit me, I kept going as you were tapping and saying things. I was going, "It's not my job. It's not my job." You know, I felt guilt, a lot of guilt that I wasn't able to protect my brothers from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My mom did the best that she could, but you know, when I was doing level 2 in Oklahoma City, and we were doing a triad, and what came up was, you know, my dad beating up my brother when he was in high school.
Mm-hmm. Can you still see that? Okay, go in there. See it?
He beat him up because he looked like one of my mom's uncles. And he hated Jews so much. He hated him so much. He was so mean to my brother, so cruel.
Okay, see that. See it and start tapping. He hated Jews so much.
He hated Jews so much.
He beat up my brother.
Beat up my brother.
It's because he looked like a Jew.
I didn't look like a Jew.
I let it go.
I let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
My father's not here anymore.
My father's not here anymore.
My brother's not with me either.
My brother's not with me either.
It's just me and Ilana.
It's just me and Ilana.
I'm doing it to myself now.
I'm doing it to myself now.
It's all in the past.
All in the past.
And the past is over.
The past is over.
It's all my perception.
I just want to let go of the guilt. I just feel so guilty that I haven't been able to protect
All that guilt.
all that guilt.
However I feel it.
However I feel it.
However I know it.
However I know it.
All the sensations.
All the sensations.
All the colors.
All the colors.
All the images.
All the images.
And everything else.
And everything else.
Let it all go today.
And let it all go today.
Let it all go now.
Let it all go now.
I change it to self-love.
So change it to self-love.
Self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance.
And most important of all, self-forgiveness.
Self-forgiveness.
It wasn't my job.
Was it my job?
It never was my job.
Never was my job.
And it's still not my job.
It's still not my job.
I let it all go.
I let it all go.
And I'm safe. Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Say peace. Okay, can you see that video in front of you?
It feels a little better.
Okay, why don't you look at that video? Is it in black and white or is it in color?
It's in color.
Okay, can you change that knob and turn it to black and white? Okay. Okay, are you inside it or are you sitting outside watching it?
I'm sitting outside watching it, and for some reason I froze it.
You froze it. Okay. What I want you to do is you're sitting in the audience, right? And it's up on like a screen in the movie theater, right?
I'm actually sitting in front of an old TV.
An old TV. Okay. Can you put yourself in a movie theater?
With the rounded corners.
Yeah, I remember those.
Okay. I'm sorry, put myself what?
In a movie theater.
Okay.
Okay, and now it's way up high, right? You have to look up to see it. Okay, and you're sitting in the audience. Now I want you to take that picture. Remember that picture of that little 3-year-old girl who's dancing in front of the mirror, full of herself, happy?
Licking the mirror.
Licking the mirror. Okay, put a picture of that at the beginning of the video.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want you to take a picture at the end of the video of you and your partner sitting in Colorado on that creek and that big stone, hearing the rushing water behind you, feeling nature, feeling the sun, feeling the oneness with God. You, your partner, and God. Okay? That's at the end of the video. And I want you to step out of yourself in the audience, leave your body there, and you go back up into the booth. Remember that booth in the old movie theaters where they show the projector? Okay, and you see there's that glass in front of you, separating you between them, right? Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to take yourself, you're still in that booth there, and then put yourself into that last picture, the one where you're with your partner, sitting in that big rock in the middle of the creek. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay, and when I tell you to press the button, I want you to press that rewind button and watch everything move backwards. Okay, so that your father, instead of beating your brother up, everything's going backwards in fast motion, and he's walking out, and your brother's getting up straight and, looking normal again. Okay? Okay, and you end with that picture of that little girl licking the mirror, all full of herself, right? Okay, so step into the last picture. Press the button, rewind, and tell me when you're done.
Okay.
Okay, go back to the last picture again. And this time you're going to press that rewind button again, only this time you can do it 10 times faster. Okay. Press rewind and go. Done yet?
Yes.
Okay, this time we're going to go even 10 times faster than that. So now it's 100 times faster than the first time. Okay, step into the last picture. Press the rewind and go and tell me when you're done.
Okay.
Done? Okay, and now we're going to go even faster so that by the time I go, you're going to be in the first picture again. Okay? Go in the last picture, press the rewind button, first picture. Right there? Okay, now I want you to take a favorite song of yours.
A favorite what?
Song.
Oh. On the road again.
Okay, good, yeah. And
I'm
here.
sorry, go back from I think of RVs, I think of that song.
Okay, hang on to those first two notes. You won't have time for any more than that. Step into the last picture, and when I say rewind, play those first two notes in your head, and then end in the first picture. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? Last picture, have the song ready, and first picture. There? Okay, now I want you to take the last picture and the first picture, make them really big and bright and colorful and vivid, three-dimensional, and then squash them together so that everything in the middle is now this flat, flopped pancake. Okay? Okay, now I want you to step back and try playing the video again forward and see if there's anything at all left or if it's all disappeared.
That's it. It's like there's a tip of it, like if there's the film, film would be like this if you squish it together. There's a tip of the film here, and about this much that can play, and there's about this much on the other side that can play. So it's like, that's it.
Okay, good. Any emotion when you see that?
Pardon?
Any emotion when you see that?
It is, yeah, I want to like burn the ends or cut them off. Yeah, I want to burn the ends.
Go ahead, burn them.
Okay.
Burn them, go ahead.
Okay, so now if I try to play it, it is, you can't play it.
Good. Straight from that little girl over to that with your partner in Colorado.
Okay.
Got it? Make them big, make them bright, make them as vivid as you can. Step inside.
She's in the bathroom looking through the mirror to lick. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Make them five-dimensional using all your five senses to make them as strong as you possibly can.
Okay. And where is she in this RV or this picture? It's just we're sitting on the rock. I forgot.
Well, you can put her in there if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't want her on the rock.
Okay, you can take her out then.
She can be in the RV though.
Okay. She can be dancing from the mirror over there.
Yeah, she's in the RV. No, we're driving down the road. She's in the bathroom with her tongue on the mirror.
Okay.
Oh, why? Because I guess it's cold. The mirror's cold or cool to your tongue. That's why the kids do that. I don't. Anyway, so there I am. In my little pink dress. Little frilly dress with my little white shoes and my black patent shoes and my little white ruffled socks. Looking in the mirror and acting silly, making faces.
Okay, go back and think about your dad beating your father just because he looked Jewish.
I can see the scene, but when he goes to hit my brother, his arm is stuck. Like he goes to, he went to hit my brother and my brother put his arm up to block. But when he's going to hit my brother in the first place, it's like, no, it's like way up in the air. My brother's down here. And his arm just stops. There's nothing. It's just,
okay,
I think I could probably make it into something else, something that's nice.
So go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
Like, he bought my brother a special baseball cap. Kansas City A's. There you go. That was the baseball team event. Bought my brother a Kansas City A's baseball cap, and he's actually putting the cap on his head.
Cool.
That's it.
Good. Good. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to put that memory inside your mind. Step inside of it as if you're there right now watching it all.
Okay.
Okay? Make it as vivid as you can. See what you would have seen, hear what you would have heard, feel what you would have felt, smell what you would have smelled, taste what you would have tasted. Okay? And watch your neurons creating new pathways for this new memory that you're creating. I want you to send this new memory down to every single cell in your body because it's all held on a cellular level. I want you to see it fill it up. And then I want you to see bring it up to your heart and watch your heart fill up with this bright white light. And then take your subconscious, thank it for keeping the old memory alive for so long because it's been working really hard to keep you safe in the only way that it knew how. And submerge it into your heart in that white light and tell it that you needed to change all memories prior to this memory and all memories subsequent to this memory to fit this new memory that you've just created.
Because what it did, what it's doing now, or what it's saying now is how much my dad loved my brother.
Yeah.
And how special he was, and
yeah,
special bond between them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my dad didn't go to my brother's baseball games when he was growing up. That's what my brother would have liked.
Yeah.
Her dad giving him that special hat.
Good.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Good. Now I want you to go back on your timeline. And I want you to go 6 months forward and see yourself. You're with that partner, buying the RV, getting ready for your trip to go up to Colorado and everywhere else. Can you see that?
Well, I'm kind of seeing, I'm meeting somebody who already has one.
Oh,
and
cool.
Said,
okay.
I'm waiting to meet somebody who wanted to travel.
Cool. Cool.
And I've got the perfect place for us to go.
Good. Good.
First, I'm going to swing by Israel and pick up Lana before we go to Colorado.
That's right.
Well, I've been to Israel. It's beautiful, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay.
Okay.
And I want you to see how this future Jan is sending you all that knowledge that she's got to get her where she went to. And sending it right into your heart. And what's the gift that you learned from all the things we did today?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What's the gift?
Oh, what's the gift? Oh, the gift is, it's okay.
It's okay.
No matter what happens, it's just okay.
Put that into your heart too.
Yeah, I feel calm. Last week I felt light. This week I feel calm.
Put that into your heart. Let it spread throughout your whole body. And just know that that same part of you that knows how to make your hair grow, knows how to breathe, also knows how to continue this healing process. Even when you're not doing it, even when I'm not here to help you, it just continues working. And every day you get little things that you notice, little changes, little shifts that all add up into one big shift.
It just feels different. It feels like that the past was different and that the future is going to be different.
Yep.
Because right now is different.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
I just feel very calm.
Good. So this is a good place to end this week's session. And we'll hear next week about all the wonderful things that happened to you during the week.
Yeah, maybe I'll wear makeup 3 days.
Cool. Very cool.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Okay.